I want to show you a video from the University of Wisconsin. This is one of the satellite schools of the University of Wisconsin. These are students. Remember, think about the context here. Democrats are so good at turning out the vote that what you are about to see is not the turnout of college students, Gen Zers, for goodness sake, for a presidential election. This is for a Wisconsin Supreme Court election. And look at this turnout. That's
Thank you for voting.
2 lines in one hallway, and then they turn the corner.
Thank you for
students
voting.
just lining
Thank you
both
for
sides.
voting.
Lining. I can't even keep track of how many students are standing here. This has to be, what percentage of the student body is this? Down a long hallway, and it goes on and on and on and on. More students lined up. Again, the context here. Remember the context here. This is not a presidential election where you might expect young people. Young people are notorious for not voting. Like my generation, the millennial generation, could have been the deciding factor in several elections prior to when we all started turning out to vote en masse. But millennials just chose not to vote. They just didn't care. They were in college. Young people don't vote. They just don't show up to vote. In a presidential election, this is a Wisconsin Supreme Court election. And this school was lined with students. Why? Because Democrats are obsessed with turning out voters. They're obsessed with it. They profile who the demographics are that are likely to vote for them, and then they go fishing. They look these voters in the eye and they say, I want you to vote. I'm going to show you where you can vote. I'm going to tell you how to cast your ballot. And in this case, they actually had an app that offered to pay people in Wisconsin to recruit their family and friends to also cast their ballot in this Wisconsin Supreme Court. Look at this on the screen. This is from an app called Wisconsin Takes Action, and it's offering, it says you could earn money to help get your friends and family ready to vote in the upcoming Wisconsin Supreme Court election. Join us and learn more here. They were offering up to $250 to people. What does that mean, to help get your family and friends ready to vote? They're identifying the voters that they think are likely Democratic voters, and they are relentlessly recruiting them. And so what happens is the voter turnout for Democrats wildly exceeds the voter turnout percentage-wise for Republicans.